One of the best things about calisthenics is that it simplifies your training. So you don't have to put as much thought into what exercises you're going to be doing, or you don't need to like research to come up with all these new fancy moves and see how to work specific muscles and things like that. Because for the most part, calisthenics is going to hit pretty much all of your muscles one way or another. Obviously you want to be progressing and you want to be doing different exercises and things like that. I think the trickiest thing with calisthenics though, and where the hard thing comes into play, is how to come up with a split that's going to fit your calisthenics goal. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, because I've come up with two different splits that I have personally used. I fluctuate back and forth between the two. So these two splits, in my opinion, are the best way to set up your calisthenics training. I'm going to show you pros and cons of each one and what split would work for the type of person. The first split that I'm going to talk about is the calisthenics only split. So you're not doing any type of resistance training, meaning no dumbbells, no barbells, no kettlebells. It's specifically calisthenics, and that's it. Sunday is an active rest day. Monday is an upper push. Tuesday is upper pull. Wednesday is lower and core. Thursday is upper push. Friday is upper pull. And Saturday is an active rest day. A push day for calisthenics only is going to be a lot of push-up variations and tuck planche and planche if you can, dips on parallettes or dips on a bench or dips on a ring, just different variations of dips. And keep in mind too, you can always throw on a weighted vest if doing just your body weight isn't enough, but it's basically going to be just a lot of different push exercises. And a pull day is going to be essentially chin-ups, pull-up variations, levers if you can do levers, skin the cats, body weight rows on pull-up bars or on rings. And for the lower and core day, it's just going to be squat variations, lunge variations, different core exercises. You can also work in little things too, like if you wanted to work on your lower back or you want to work on strengthening hips, things like that, you can work into the lower and core day. One of the biggest pros of this split is that it gives you more time to work on your calisthenics training, because you're not doing any type of resistance training, you're specifically doing calisthenics training. So that means that if you have skills that you want to work on, then you can work on those skills because you're going to be doing calisthenics 5 days out of the week. For example, if you're working on doing a planche, you can work on doing a planche 2 or 3 times a week if you really wanted to, even 4 if you can work it in there somehow. Another pro is that you're going to get crazy strong off of this because you're just doing a ton of push-ups, a ton of pull-ups, and like those are the bread and butter of calisthenics. So your strength is going to increase. It's going to go through the roof, and you're going to see that in a very short amount of time. The cons of this is that you're not going to be able to target specific muscles that you would be able to with weightlifting or resistance training. So for example, rear delts, like you can hit rear delts in so many different creative ways if you're doing things with dumbbells or barbell, kettlebells. And with calisthenics, you're a little bit limited to what you can do for rear delts specifically, but at the same time, you're still going to be hitting your rear delts. You just wouldn't be hitting your rear delts as quickly or as much as you would be if you're targeting them specifically with weights. This split is good for somebody who wants to work on their calisthenics day in and day out, every day of the week. You don't care about being able to bench X amount of weight or, you know, do a row with this amount of, like, all that stuff is out the window. If you just want to work on calisthenics and you want to get really good at those skills, this split is going to be your golden ticket for that. It could also be for 2 different people, right? It could be for the beginner, somebody who wants to just like learn fundamentals and get really good at calisthenics and, you know, master the push-up, master the pull-up, master the squat and the dip and things like that. Like you can just take somebody who has never worked out before, start from scratch and get really good at it by doing calisthenics every day. On the other hand though, you could take somebody who's very advanced and they're doing all these crazy moves, and you can work on those crazy moves almost every day if, you know, if your body allows you to. And you can work on those crazy moves and get better and do crazier moves and crazier moves. So it's both sides of the plates. You can take a beginner, you can take an advanced person, do calisthenics every day, and you're going to get essentially the same result, just at different levels. But this is my personal favorite one, and this is the one that I train more than just the calisthenics, but this is calisthenics and weight split. The weights can be kettlebells or dumbbells or barbells. but essentially this is like a hybrid type of split, all while doing calisthenics and keeping calisthenics in my regular training regime. So Sunday is an active rest day, Monday is a hybrid full body, Tuesday calisthenics skills, Wednesday hybrid full body, Thursday calisthenics skills, Friday hybrid full body, and Sunday is an active rest day. Hybrid full body day is just going to be a full body workout with different types of training. Calisthenics, dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells, whatever you want to use. The pros of this split, and the biggest pro of this split, is going to be that you're getting the best of both worlds, right? So you're going to be getting gains through weightlifting, and you're going to be getting gains through calisthenics, right? Like I said, you can measure your strength through, hey, today I benched 225 for 5 reps, and I also am able to do a back lever for 10 seconds. Last week it was only 5 seconds, and last week I could only do 185. So you're measuring your strength through different types of training. And you can also, I don't know if this is just a me thing, but what I personally like about it is I can feel strong, you know, if I'm doing like, I don't know, tricep pushdowns, like a very simple bodybuilding movement. You do tricep pushdowns and you're sore, you feel good, you feel strong. I go to do a push day for calisthenics, my triceps feel stronger. I like to think that they both affect one another, and lifting weights is gonna help you in calisthenics, and calisthenics is gonna help you get stronger in weights. Another pro is that you're gonna be able to target specific muscles, right? So like I was talking about rear delts earlier, if you're doing weights, you can find different exercises to hit things like rear delts, like a very specific muscle. And at the same time, you can also incorporate calisthenics into it. So cool, you can hit rear delts in the beginning of your workout. And the second half of your workout, if you wanted to, you can move to doing calisthenic stuff. That way you're hitting both types of muscle groups and you're not getting burnt out just doing rear delt exercises and only doing push-ups. You know what I mean? So it's like you're hitting both types of muscle groups and you're doing 2 types of different training, and that's gonna help you avoid burning out on either one of those things. One of the cons is that you might get sore a little bit quicker, right? So let's say on Monday, right, you're doing weights in the beginning, calisthenic exercises afterwards. Tuesday, you go to the gym, you do calisthenics skill only. You might be sore from the weights the day before, right? So that goes into like recovery days. Like you need recovery days, you need active rest days. And on this split, I only have 2, but if you need 3 or 4, take 3 or 4, you know? I mean, everybody's body is gonna respond a little bit differently. So if you need more rest days, figure out a way to work those in because they are essential. Another con is that you're not gonna get as much time to work on your calisthenic skill because you are gonna be doing other types of lifting. So while hybrid training is great and you're doing weight training and mixing up the 2 different types of training, you're not going to be able to work on your calisthenics skill as much. Obviously, if you were to do calisthenics Monday through Friday, now you're only doing calisthenics a little bit Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and calisthenics skills Tuesday, Thursday. It's less time to work on it. This split is for somebody who wants to do hybrid movement and they just want to be a well-rounded athlete. Like I said before, I like doing different types of movements. I need that spice in my life. Like I get burnt out pretty easily. If I'm doing calisthenics only or powerlifting only or bodybuilding only, I get burnt out after like 3 or 4 days. You know, I like variety. I need that variety. I like doing things that are weird functional movements, you know? So this is good for somebody who wants to do that kind of training and just mix it up all the time. They need that spice in their workouts. At the end of the day, it all comes down to your personal goals. What do you want out of your training? Do you want to be able to bench a lot? Do you want to be able to squat a lot? Or do you want to be able to hit a planche? Or do you want to be able to, you know, hit a handstand for a long time? Like it all comes down to you, your goals, and what you want to do. You just have to keep in mind the pros and cons of each one and factor in, am I going to be able to hit my goals with this split? Am I going to be able to hit my goals with this split? Like what one is going to work for me? What one's going to be better? And something else to keep in mind too, like this just goes for anybody who works out and lifts, and you know, people say like, I got to go to the gym today, or like, oh, I woke up and I got to go to the gym, or like I got to work out, I don't want to. Working out, training, it shouldn't be a chore, okay? Training is supposed to be fun. So if you're not doing exercises that are fun for you and they're not challenging you and they're not getting that, you know, that release of, oh my God, this is awesome, I love working out, I love training, then you got to figure something out. You got to switch up your program. You got to do a different type of training. It shouldn't be a chore. It should be something that you do, you feel accomplished afterwards, and you can't wait to go to the gym the next day. So this is how I would split up my calisthenics training. I usually go with a hybrid one, but the first one, calisthenics only, that's a great way too. So whatever works for you, figure it out, man. I mean, you can do trial and error. You can run one split one week, see if you like it, run another split the next week. And you can also alter these too if you need to mix in more days of this or that, or more push, more pull, more legs, like whatever you want to do. So yeah, anyways, I hope that these splits are going to be helpful to you, and I hope this video helped you out. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you very soon. I don't know when. Appreciate you.